Hello everyone, welcome to Macbeth. Today I'm gonna explain the basics of thermodynamics, and the reference that I have taken is this textbook, and the language that I'm gonna use in my channel are English and Telugu. Before going further, let me tell you what is thermodynamics. Thermo means heat and dynamic means power. And again, thermodynamics is classified into two types: classical thermodynamics and statistical thermodynamics. For example, a matter or substance is actually made up of molecules. So, if you observe the molecular level activity and all, and if you study that, then that kind of study is called statistical thermodynamics. If you observe it is in the macroscopic level or in a macroscopic approach, then it is a classical thermodynamics. I'm going to quickly give you the basics because we have been already reading it from childhood, that's why. And system and surrounding, the substance or the object that we have taken for the study is called system, and anything that is surrounding around the system is nothing but surroundings. System is again classified into mainly of two types, that is a closed system and open system. Closed system is something where no mass can enter and exit, whereas open system where mass can enter can exit. For example, um, you can clearly see the example here. Here only the piston is moving. There may be the movement of the piston forward and backward. So there is a displacement happening, then the work is happening, and there is a possibility that heat can transfer. So heat and work are the interactions for this system. Okay, but there is no mass going and coming into this system, so that's why it is a closed system. But if you observe this, it can come and it can go. You can consider it as a open or control volume. It is also an example of control volume or open system where mass is coming and mass is leaving. And one more thing is there, that is isolated system where no heat, no work, and no mass can enter or exit the system. And coming to the boundaries, so boundaries are again of two types, real and imaginary. Again, it is fixed and movable boundaries are there. If you observe here, this is an imaginary boundary. Okay, and if you observe here, this will be a fixed boundary and this will be a movable boundary, because the piston can move downward and back and forth, right? So it is a movable boundary and it is a fixed boundary, like that. And the next thing is properties. Properties are again of two types: intensive properties and extensive properties. So in order to simply remember, intensive properties are those which are independent of mass. So intensive, independent, you can remember like that. Which is independent of mass is nothing but intensive properties. The properties who are dependent on mass are extensive properties. Okay, example for intensive is temperature. Okay, let me explain this. For example, if you have taken a volume, a box like this, and there is a fluid in here, and but you have removed off of the mass. Okay, but still if you measure with thermometer, the temperature is same, even though the mass has some mass have been removed, but still the temperature is constant. So it doesn't depend upon how much mass is there. Same with pressure and density also, it doesn't change. But extensive property means total mass. you have removed some mass, then obviously mass will change, volume will change. So those type of properties are called extensive properties.